The move would allow Meghan Markle to get her side of the story out after a tumultuous year for her and Prince Harry. The Duchess of Sussex's children's book, The Bench, became a bestseller within 1 week of its release. The book came from a poem the Duchess wrote for her husband and was expanded into a picture book. Mr. Sean said, "It's interesting because now, as we know next year, there's not just a Tom Bower book, but there's going to be a plethora of books all detailing the early life and up-to-date shenanigans of the former royal." Her own publisher, which helped release that book, The Bench, the New York Times bestseller, are suggesting it would be a good time to pen one herself. Now, here's what we can tell you first here on the show. This won't be your traditional biography because everyone around her knows that will be way too tricky. There's got to be certain elements that she couldn't speak about, the ongoing battles with the tabloids, the fallout with the father, and of course the half-sister. You get the picture. He added, "What they do think would make a very good and sellable book would be that of a pictorial level. So basically lots of pictures where memories are shared, 2 or 3 sentences, a couple of paragraphs at best." Meghan gets to put her side of the story out in a lighter, sweeter, more succinct way. Now, you have to admire the press team and the marketing team at Penguin Random House, because quite frankly, given the books that are coming out, and given that recent lapse of memory, who's truly going to believe any of these tales? I for one think it would be an interesting book. And of course, it's a very fast way of them making sure they regain some of the huge advance given the fact that The Bench didn't really take off that well for Meghan, particularly in Europe. It's also a very testing time for her because if this pictorial affair didn't take off, then more importantly for Meghan, it could be curtains on that publishing career. I for one would truly like to know her version of events because I'm sure they're going to be far more interesting than anything Tom Bower could certainly dream of. Another news, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle would push the royals to breaking point if they gave another Oprah Winfrey-style interview, a royal expert has claimed. The couple's sit-down chat with Oprah earlier this year proved explosive with the pair making several bombshell claims against the royal family. These included an accusation that an unnamed member had made comments about the color of their son Archie's skin. Meanwhile, just last week, Meghan appeared on The Ellen Show, where she gave a much more light-hearted interview to talk show host Ellen DeGeneres. And now royal expert and biographer Duncan Larcombe says he can see Meghan and Harry doing another high-profile interview, even possibly with Oprah again. He told, "I really wouldn't be surprised if they're planning another Oprah interview. Harry and Meghan have caused chaos and I suspect there's no stopping them. I can totally see more of these high-profile, Hollywood-style interviews with A-list TV hosts happening. Especially if there's lots of money being offered for it. Harry will need promotion for his memoir, due to be released next autumn, too. Another Oprah interview, if it's anything like the last, would surely push the royals to breaking point." Meanwhile, it has been claimed that Harry and Meghan will not be flying to the UK to join the Queen for her first Christmas without the late Prince Philip despite recent concerns over health. The couple has reportedly been invited to join the rest of the royals at Sandringham for the festive period. It would be the first chance for royal family to meet Lilibet, the Queen's namesake great-granddaughter, who the couple welcomed in June. Meghan and older son Archie have yet to return to the UK since they left for the US last year. The Queen has faced a number of health concerns in recent weeks, after being hospitalized for a night in October and then having to cancel her appearance at the Remembrance Day service after spraining her back. But a source told, there's a lot that goes into the logistics and the planning of the family Christmas, so of course, staff know that Harry and Meghan are not coming. If they were, they would have communicated it to their family by now. But this is Her Majesty's first Christmas without her husband, so one would have hoped they would want to be with her.